Hey, hello everybody. It's 12:01 on Sunday, October 13th, 2019. Can you believe we're about to hit 2020? Oh my goodness. That used to be the title of a news show with Barbara Walters, in case you don't remember, on ABC. Well, anyway, today is the day after Columbus Day, October 12th, but nobody knows that anymore because now we have Columbus Day on the 14th, the Monday, so everybody can have a federal holiday and the banks can close, but really Columbus discovered America on October 12th, 1492, and he was really a bad administrator, messed up the Indians, not such a good guy. Anyway, here we are. Let's see who is here. Well, we got a couple of people. Rosie Bangle, nice. Abdullah, nice. Renee Eberstack, hi there, nice to see you. I suffer from panic disorder. Has anyone had that? Not I, but probably many of you others. Yeah, well, going to walk by a lake is a very, very good idea in terms of dealing with anxiety. Well, Rosie Bangle, there you have it. At least another person. Hello, Bell's Whistle. Hello, Renee. Whoops, $5 from Talco Platter. That's the way we like to start off here. In case you don't notice, there's a super chat button, $, where you can donate to this channel, to this live stream, so I can come on here every Sunday for absolutely free to hang out with you guys and create a virtual community where together we heal from depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and sometimes paranoia. By the way, a person went into the library one day and asked the clerk, "Do you have any books on paranoia?" She said, "They're right behind you." Someone just wrote me today and said if I've done any videos on paranoia. Does anybody have a website or a book to recommend on that? I'd love to hear about it. All right. Fish and low carb diet, huh? Walked a lot to help my anxiety and panic. Was gone for a year. Now it's time to go back now. I agree. Oh, medications don't work. Well, for many people, but not for all. Hey, Mobius Zero, you're back. Bells and whistles. Sports is a good theory. Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Rachel, nice to see you. Jacob, so I have to pay for my doses per week, and so far I've purchased $1,500. What? You must not have insurance. Hey, Jason, nice to see you. I'm ready for some more bad jokes. Deborah, haven't heard from you before. Forever Free. Hey, Marissa. Renee, I was in boxing for a few years. All my stress went away. Hey, that's a good way to get rid of your stress. Dark and rainy Scotland. Yes, Douglas is a Scottish name. It means by the Black Stream. It was a clan, very famous clan in Scotland when I was born in 1949. A lot of people were, well, after I was born, a lot of people named their kids Douglas because of Douglas MacArthur, the great general for the United States. Lazar, nice to see you also. And bells, whistles. Matt C. Balabaktazi. Hi, is anyone, anyway, anhedonia can remain even after you've been kind of free from depression? Well, anhedonia is one of the symptoms of depression, but if you don't have depression, I don't know. It could be something else going on. I'm not sure. Maybe you should get your medical situation checked out with the doctor. Of course, who wouldn't be depressed right now with all the horrible news going on? I decided to start antidepressants for my severe anxiety and depression. I hope my decision is fine. I'm in CBD for 2 years. Well, Ramandeep Singh, if you don't like it, you can always stop or reduce the dosage. Thank you, Taco Platter. Tara, just bought your book. Thank you. You mean Healing from Depression? Rosie Bangle says, hi, Rachel. Tough week, my friend. The next week is going to be tougher, and the week after that tougher still. Now, how do you know, Rosie Bangle? Is there situations coming up that are, you're not looking forward to? That must be something in the internal, in the environment. Oh my God. Well, let's do something. Let's just jokes used. How's that? Let's see, something I haven't talked about in a while. Oh my goodness. Well, why did this scarecrow not eat his breakfast or his dinner? He was already stuffed. And by the way, why did that same scarecrow excel in neurosurgery? I mean, he became a neurosurgeon. He was outstanding in his field. All right. Mohammed, nice to see you from Palestine. Happy Thanksgiving Day from Canada. Hey, Stephen Dunnan, haven't seen you in a while. The old Canadian joke that Stephen's aware of. How do you get a Canadian to apologize? Step on his foot. They're so kind. There's a very famous film called Bowling for Columbine, a documentary on Gun Violence by Michael Moore, and he went to Canada and said that Canadians do not lock their doors. Stephen, Donette, is that true? Do Canadians still not lock their doors? Bowling for Columbine was made in 2002. That was 17 years ago. Kelsey Kellerman, nice to see you again. Is there any good breathing exercise for anxiety? Oh my God, there's so many. There's all sorts of breathing exercises. One that my nephew uses is square breathing. No, that's not for squares back in the 1950s as opposed to us hipsters, right? But I can't be hipster, I'm not in my 20s. Square breathing, you breathe in for 4. You hold for 4. You breathe out for 4. You hold for 4. You breathe in for 4. You hold for 4. Oh my God, that was so relaxing I almost went to sleep. Anyway, that's called square breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Very simple to remember. And yeah, anytime you slow down your breathing, you slow down your fight or flight, and that helps with anxiety. Please, good luck to the Green Bay Packers. Of course. I have a good friend in my men's group who grew up in Green Bay. He's a Packer fanatic. Who are they playing? So, Kelsey Kellerman, how was that breathing exercise? Okay? Hey, IVI, nice to see you again. Chesapeake, Virginia, Mark. Yes. Yeah. Chom's, nice to see you. Hello. If you don't want stuff fat, don't make them feel like crap about it. Work with them, otherwise you'll just alienate them and they'll just get fatter. Well, that's a very good idea. Jacob Turbolino, haven't heard from you. Hello, boss. Medical cannabis isn't covered by my insurance casts only. Well, that's too bad. Thank you, Vinzi. Nice to see you again from Spain. Can't beat sun for destroying depression. Well, you're certainly in a sunny climate. Don't move to Oregon. Bells and whistles. I have high-functioning depression, anxiety, and explosive disorder. I don't know what explosive disorder is, but therapy is really, really helpful to heal from any mental health disorder. I can tell you that. By the way, anybody who donates anything more than $2 today will get a copy of this wonderful diagram. It took me 20 years to make it. Self-care activities to improve your mood. On the opposite side is, what does it say? Boost your psychological immune system. And for $5 or more, you get a copy of my famous ebook and memoir, When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. I think it's the proudest thing I've ever written, or I'm more proud of it. All right, let's see what other people have to say. Did you get your sense of self back? Did I do? Absolutely. Hey guys, look. Spirit, God, the universe is about restoration. You can come back. You can get everything back you lost. The depression, the depressive episode, the suicidal episode, the panic disorder, these are temporary glitches in your brain, and they will not stay forever. Trust me, I've been going in and out of it since I've been 18 years old. That's 52 years of experience of suffering. By the way, that's my PhD. Don't say that, Doug. You'll just throw more of it to you. Anyway, yeah, no, you can always be restored. I feel better at 70 than I did at 26. I'm good, RCB, working on a new book. Yeah, well, don't let your dad's opinion of you decide your self-esteem. Isn't that funny? The Dutch guy who invented inflatable shoes has just died. He popped his clogs. Well, guess what? There was the man who actually invented lozenges, like the ones I take, right? See? This is called Ricola. It's from Sweden, right here. Anyway, he died, and at his funeral there was no coffin. Did I really say that? I'll say it again in case you missed it. The guy who invented throat lozenges just died. At his funeral there was no coffin. Come on, raise your hand if you thought it was funny. I thought it was a good pun. All right, James D. Square breathing in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Repeat. You got it. How are you, Doug? Hey, Mark. Nice. I'm doing okay. Renee, major problem for me at this moment is some kind of phone anxiety. I work for a call center and just freeze. Wow. Maybe you could talk about that with your supervisor, or maybe, it's time for a new career. There's some funny comment about career that Woody Allen made, but I can't remember it. Oh, taco platter. I'm sorry to hear that. What did taco platter say? There's so many things coming in. You're exactly the same. Bell whistle. What are you the same of? Hey, Susan McDonald. Thank you for complimenting me. I did do a social anxiety disorder. Well, I can't find what taco platter. Say it again, taco. I can't. Oh, Bell's whistles. High function depression. Yeah. Well, better to have high function depression than low function depression. Hey, when I went into my first halfway house at the age of 26, everybody there was just released from the state hospital. You want to talk about chronic mental illness? I didn't know how good I had it. Would you like to see a vampire coffin? Cough, cough, cough. That's very funny, Chris. Chris has been a wonderful donator to the live chat. No pressure, Chris. He's given $100, $120, and $140. He needs to go up to $160. No pressure, Chris. A joke, but he has been very generous. Thank you. Oh, I can only speak for myself, but I will never ever try an SSRI again. I tried Zoloft once. Yeah, well, I'm gonna put that MD Nixon. MD Nixon does not, and David from Germany does not do well with SSRIs. Well, guess what, David? I am in your same boat. Every SSRI I have tried has messed with my brain, and 2 of them has sent me into 14-month depressive disorder. So I beat you, baby. No, not everybody does well with different kinds of medication, that's for sure. All right, Rosie Bangle saying hello to Suzanne. I like your plaid shirt. What's the temp there today? Let me check my Apple Watch. 58 degrees, high of 61. I'm going on a bike ride with my godson who just turned 39. He lived with me when he was 18. I was there at his birth, even before his father, and we were very close. His name is Phineas. Is niacin generally safe to take for depression? Well, I don't know. I can't just diagnose or prescribe over the phone. I don't know why you would take it for depression. It just basically gives you a niacin flush, and B vitamins are good. It also depends on the dose. Okay, Jason Clueless says, I'll see if Douglas gets this. 18 sodium atoms follow a Batman to a bar. Nope, I don't get it. Nope, I don't get it. Catechism, how do you get rid of panic attacks? Well, that's a combination of cognitive behavioral therapy, medication, and a long time of practice. The main thing you have to just keep telling yourself, it's only my brain, I'm safe, I'm all right, I'm not going to die, and do deep breathing exercises, and then pop a Klonopin if you need to, but of course, only if you're prescribed. You need to be working with a psychologist who can help you with that, but people do heal from panic disorders. I love your show. Thank you for all you do. Let's have an advertisement. What's our advertisement? Well, we're advertising Red Zinger tea right here from Celestial Seasonings. Hibiscus and passion flower and what else is good? Rose hips, all good, natural vitamin C. The last time I had a cold was in 1776, so I'm doing well. Hi, Rosie. Sorry you're having issues with benefits. I finally got coverage, but very few doctors in our area. First one was lousy and very weird. Hope the next one is better. Nah, Batman. Well, whether it was Batman or not, I still don't understand. What is cured first is depression. What is addiction? I'm not. Addiction is a dependency on a substance outside of yourself that you can't stop. RCB, I watched your videos before. A 10-hour nursing shift. You really helped me. Wow, 10 hours. Good for you. I couldn't do that. I hear nurses get paid pretty well. What type of nursing do you do? Are you ICU nurse or orthopedic nurse or oncology nurse? Limictal helps me when SSRIs quit working and turned against my depression. Well, I can tolerate Limictal. I'm on it. Good mood stabilizer and antidepressant. Renee Eberstack. I'm going back to work this week at the call center at part-time. I think it's the best thing to do. Yeah. You know, part of getting over social anxiety is exposure. So take it easy and work with your doctor, work with your therapist. Roshi Islam, I feel I've got a cursed life. Feeling to commit suicide. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, well, you know what? There are ways out. There are other options. There are other ways to feel better. Are you working with a mental health therapist or a doctor? You can get out of your difficult mood, your sense of despair, loss of hope. I'm writing a book about this, and hopefully I'll get it done soon, and I'll send you a copy. But in the meantime, um, reach out for support is what I can tell you. Roshi, your friends, your family, a counselor, somebody out there, and work with a good professional. This too shall pass. Matter of fact, I had a video that is an amazing video, and this is the name of the video. It's called 4 Words That Can Save Your Life. What are these 4 words? This too shall pass. So, I love you. Jesus can heal me. Absolutely. Jesus was a great healer. Mark? Yeah, keep hope. That's right, Michael. Michael Stageman, nice to see you. Oncology, that's what I thought. RGB, psychiatry, neurosurgery, hematology. You're a smart little gal, aren't you? Good for you. You're probably helping a lot of people. Anyway, I want people to participate. This is a support group. I want people to tell Roshi that times when they have been really in the darkness, really depressed, maybe even suicidal, and it passed. They hung in there, they stuck, persevered, and they got better. I want some testimonies right here to give Roshi some faith that he can come out of this, please. Everything will get better. Please seek help. There are 24/7 helplines that great help to you. Very good. Excellent. That's exactly what I was going to say. What country are you in? I can give you the 24-hour helplines in the United States. You're taking Prozac and it's not working? Well, talk to your doctor about it. Renee, thank you for giving Roshi some support. Roshi, what country do you live in? Where are there local crisis lines where you live? The damn Zoloft mess with your brain, MD Nixon? Well, if that's the case, talk to your doctor. You're a bit better now. I did a lot of socializing. That always helps. Mobius Zero, Lazy Wrench, you don't have a gun, but anyway, please stay safe. I have no idea what that was about. I just gave a sermon on healing, being thankful even for the little things is a great hero. Yes, you are right, Tyro. I have that in my book, Healing from Depression. Notice the little things like a sunset, like the fact I have a roof over my head. Hey, when I was really down, I was going to an outpatient therapy group. It was actually day treatment, partial hospitalization for 9 months. I was the only person there who owned a car. I was the only person there who owned a house. I didn't have much money, but I was thankful for that. There's always something to be grateful for. All right. Taco Platter says, I was suicidal, was under 24, 5 months, and now I'm back in dating. Thank you for that, MD Nixon. Did I read my email? Send it again, my friend. I get about 75 emails a day, and some of them slip through the cracks. What did the teacher do with the kids' report on cheese? She graded it. Oh, that was good. MD Nixon, send me the email again, please. Speaking of emails, well, I can't find it right now, but it's douglasblock@gmail.com. There we have it. If any of you have any further questions. I'm glad you ran away when the dog came out. I guess Suzanne was harassed by somebody. I sent my girlfriend some snow. She got my drift. Oh my God. Really bad. I'm actually going to go ahead and copy that and paste it. It was so bad. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's come back to Safari and to OBS. All right. My drug of choice is fresh air, running 3 miles a day and Bikram yoga. Wow. Madonna, good for you. That's awesome. That's called aerobic therapy. It creates new cells in your brain. It's called neurogenesis. When you exercise hard, brain cells are born. Can you believe it? You can get smarter as you get older. Don't believe this stuff about cognitive decline. It's hooey. Don't believe it. I'm 70 years old, and I can't even remember my name. Peter, maybe? No, I'm actually just joking. But no, exercise is one of the best things you can do for cognitive health. Believe me. That's why I'm going on a bike ride right after this live chat. Found Jesus recently. It all really helps me heal my mind. Have a quick question. What do you say is the best way to heal your mind? Well, I'll tell you the best way to heal your mind. It's right here in this diagram. If you make a contribution, I'll send it to you. And over here it says spiritual connection, prayer, meditation, purpose and meaning, forgiveness, gratitude, asking for guidance, and spiritual community. So spirituality is one of the 5 pillars of mental health. So yes, all of the above. Russia, Islam. I have no friends. My family doesn't allow me to make friends or go outside. What? Why won't they allow you? Aren't you, above 18? Aren't you an adult? Oh, Bangladesh. Wow. Well, I don't know about the mental health sources there. You can come to this place. There's also live chats that you can, not live chats, there's chat rooms you can participate. And there's an international mental health foundation. Send me an email, I'll send you a link. But there's got to be resources, but there must be some place in your community where there are counselors, therapists, shaman, I don't know what, but there must be healers around you can hook up with. And I'm sorry that you're in this state. Right, CALM on the internet? Huh. Rachel, how'd you find out about that? I'll send that to some of my clients there. In fact, we couldn't paste that. All right, let's go back to our live chat after I cut and pasted. All right, Lazy Eye Ranch. I do have a gun. I let those guys know I had them on the video that I was going to turn my snarling dog loose. I got out of depression and anxiety after a 2-year battle. Hang in there. Yes, Roshi, hang in there. And I don't understand why your parents prevent you from making friends. Hey, Catherine Goldie, nice to see you again. Danielle from Houston. What would happen if I showed up to the psych ward and said I can't leave until no longer have panic attacks? I don't know. They would probably discharge you in a couple of days. Psych wards are not long-term healing centers. They're stabilization centers. So if you were having a panic attack, they would take you. But as soon as you got stabilized, you'd have to leave. They say, help yourself or work on healing outpatient, which is true. But Donna Brown, yes, you're a great example of aerobic therapy. Okay, so Roshi Islam says, if you can help me, please send or suggest me some motivational book. Well, there's lots out there. I'll send you some of my videos if you want to. So yeah, I'm sorry you're in this state, but there must be other people in Bangladesh you can hook up with. Roshi, you have us prayer. Speaking of Roshi, speaking of prayers, Roshni, I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. Roshi is a Zen master. I want you to call Silent Unity. You can call them from any place in the world. It's 1-816-969-2000. It's a prayer. It's a prayer line, 24 hours a day. And they also have an app called, you can download if you have a smartphone, UPRAY. It's all lowercase. Anyway, yes, call Silent Unity at the number I gave you, and they will pray for you, and they will basically hold you in light for 30 days, and miracles happen when that occurs. I went to the doctor because I can't stop singing Tom Jones songs. He told me it's not unusual. Amazing, but you'd only get that if you know that was a Tom Jones song. Got to run. I watched your show tonight. Have a blessed day. Well, you have a blessed day, Madonna. Great for you. My cat brought me a dead bird. Well, my cat brought me a dead squirrel, so there. Bruce, you found it by choice. Professor Green Raffer supports men with suicidal thoughts. Why don't you go ahead and send that to me, RCB? I'm doing a book on this, so please, that would be a great, great, great gift you could give. Rachel, send the Calm website, the Healing from Depression. Whoops. Send to douglasblock@gmail.com. How's that? All right. What was I going to look for? I don't know. Oh, a picture of Bruce. That's right. Let me go ahead and go to camera. That. Okay. Let's go to all photos. Let's go to albums. Let's go to Bruce. Okay, everybody, you've seen him, but here he is again. What do you think of Bruce? Isn't he adorable? 100% Himalayan Persian cat who brought in a dead squirrel and a mouse. Taco Pillar, that's right. I got locked up for 4 days in the psych hospital because I told therapists over the phone I would eventually end it all. He sent the sheriff to take me away. Well, better safe than sorry. A grain-free diet helps a lot. I guess for some people, I stopped eating grains. And I'm on a plant-based diet. Love Bruce. Good for you, Goldie. You know, you should go to my video called Bruce the Cat Who Heals Depression. Well, we have 55 people watching. That's a good number. 25 minutes gone. What's the stance on the email player? Coffee or soda? Haha, coffee actually, and I'm going to print out a new one. I'm a slob, but I don't want people to know it. Bruce is cute. When cats gets angry, Bruce Banner. Hey, Leanne. Oh my goodness, from Buffalo. I haven't heard from you in months. Bruce is handsome. I think so. Although my godson's wife said he's the ugliest cat I've ever met. Okay, here's another thing of Bruce. Look at that. There's a cat who loves to be scratched. All right, another view of Bruce. Susan McDonald, since back to teaching school, I've not been exercising regularly. Definitely can. Taco platter. This donations to Bruce. You know, his cat food's expensive. It's $2.50 a can. Little 5-ounce can. It's grain-free. It's overpriced, but we'll do anything for Greece. I want to start up. I want to start here. I'm starting up a cat food fund for Bruce. Every dollar you give to me will go directly to Bruce's expensive cat food. Okay. Anybody going to start? Oh, taco platter. You already have. Thank you. Yes, Bruce is adorable, except my goddaughter's son. Where is his face? It was hidden by his arms. Robin Stanley, nice to see you. ABC XYZ, I love it. I have depression. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I think PTSD is the cause of my depression. Does it make any sense to start healing my depression before my PTSD is cured? Always good to work on multimodally, two things at the same time. Of course, you should always ask your treating mental health therapist. I cannot diagnose or recommend stuff over the phone, but in general, mental health issues are intertwined. Like depression and anxiety, 80% of the time they come together. So yes, you can work on depression and anxiety at the same time if you have both. And the same thing is true with depression and PTSD. And Chris Geiser comes through, the greatest donator that this station has ever had. Thank you, Chris. $10. I think you already have my book, don't you? When Healing, Going Through Hell Don't Stop, but I can send you another one. Remember, get your vitamin C through Red Zinger. I totally recommend yoga to help with depression. There have been studies about that. Look for Yoga with Adrian on YouTube. Thank you. Great resource. I had PTSD, and what helped a lot was the guilt release therapy with a therapist. Feels like a weight of the world was lifted. See, therapy really works. Anybody who's dealing with a mood disorder should have therapy, really, as well as any other modalities. Moby Zero, can living situations make you insane and miserable? Well, yes, if you're in an unhappy situation, it can definitely bring you down. Michael B. Yoga is fab, really helps. Okay, we got another yoga. Oh, that's not Michael B. Yoga. You're saying Michael B. Yoga helps. Okay, I thought there was a Michael B. Yoga station. Yeah, I did see I got the email. Thank you, MD. Next time I'll read it when I get off the line. You miss New York so much? So do I. I grew up there. All right, here's a big kitty. Killed a rattlesnake at their house. Wow. Brought Healing from Depression book. Hope it will help me with my self-confidence. Yeah, well, there's a lot of good stuff. By the way, I can't really send this book out, but you can get it from Amazon.com. Here's the book that I spent 20 years writing, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood. Get it at Amazon. A lot of good reports from all over the country and world. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for your videos. I now do feel better after discovering your channel. I don't know what you mean by lose my personality. You mean lose it? I'm not quite sure what that is. I do one thing. I better get a lozenge. Remember, no coughing at the funeral. I think duloxetine is an anti-anxiety drug, or I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up. Hey, Leanne McGowan, I thought you didn't believe in medication. I'm glad it helped you. That book is very good, Renee. I hope you get it too. Sorry, guys. I just got to slow down for a second. Yes, panic is a symbol of an overactive amygdala. Go check out my video if you haven't seen it. How to rewire your anxious brain. Yes, Noah does great things. Yes, a good friend of mine, although he hasn't returned my emails and texts forever. The medications for panic attacks gave me a withdrawal grand mal seizure. You see, everybody's different. What did Doug say? Don't believe in what? I don't know. What did I say? Thank you, ABC XYZ. I'm glad that you think my channel is growing. I have had a decrease in income lately. YouTube is weird. Things go up and down. But, you know, if any of you want to be a patron, I know some of you are, it would be really helpful. If you go to this website, www.patreon.com, and you type in my name, you can become what's called a sustainer of this channel, which means every month, from $2 on up, you can give monthly contributions so I can know, have a stable source of income. And $2 a month is not really a whole lot of money, I don't think. But, yeah, or higher. But yeah, go to Patreon if you want to help this channel. What's the best way to calm amygdala? Well, I have a video on that. Isn't that funny? It's my most popular video. I kind of did it off the cuff, but it turned out that a lot of people in this world suffer from anxiety. So it's called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. I'm sure some of you have seen it, and I'm typing it right here. That's the name of the video right there. I saw a show on Netflix about anxiety. It said medication worked the best and second was therapy. Well, that depends on the person. Therapy and medication both work, and some people do better with medication, some with therapy, and most of the time people do better with both. But medication is not for everybody. Leon, send me an email and let me know what that show was. I'd like to see it. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're going to see a social worker therapist. They're very good. They're very well trained, social workers are. PRT gameplay, thanks. Thanks for a lot. I don't know. Medication, exercise, diet, pills. Yep, it's all there. Amanda Nelson, nice to see you again. Leon, show me that. Send me that link to the show on therapy. Anyway, we're now into 33 minutes after the hour. Only 2 donations. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. I hope. We have Chris and we have Taco and we have Taco. Let's get a female donator. I tried going to a psychiatrist recently, but because of my seizure, she thought I was an addict. What does having a seizure have to do with addiction? It doesn't make any sense. ABCXYZ, I found exercise to be very useful against winter depression, jogging 3 days a week. Hey, when I first got to cycling 7 years ago, my friend who got me into it said, Doug, the winter is coming in Oregon. You don't think you're going to stop cycling just because of the winter? I said, yes. He said, no. You're just going to get some waterproof jacket, pants, shoes, and we're going to continue to cycle in the pouring rain. And you know what? He was right, and that's what I did. So don't let the weather be an excuse. Of course, if it's 20 degrees below zero outside, you may want to rethink that. Yes, $1.99. Sorry, it's not. Hey, Tyro. It's the thought that counts. Thank you so much. Hey, every penny counts. And Colton Musgrove, $1.99. Hey guys, it means you're supporting this channel in every way you can. When you get to be millionaires, you can up your donation. The best way against anxiety is riding my bike, my car, or taking Ativan. Socializing definitely helps a lot. You see, contact with other people is soothing to the nervous system. Did anybody see my video 4 weeks ago called Social, the Need to Connect? I've done 3 straight videos on the quest to connect. One is called Social, the other is called How to Overcome Loneliness, which is really popular. And the one I posted yesterday, if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's called How to Overcome Social Anxiety. I just posted it 24 hours ago. That was on the 12th of October. Wow, you have been taking high quality fish oil and it helps a lot with cognitive function. Yes, or you could just eat salmon or a deep sea fatty fish too. I always think the best way to get vitamins, minerals, fatty acids is through food, but fish oil does help some people. Amanda Nelson says, I do workouts inside via YouTube. I'm sure there's a lot of workout videos. Omega-3, yep. You can't beat omega-3s. It's been shown. Hey, look, has anyone ever said you're a fathead? Well, they're right. You are a fathead because most of the brain is fat. All the myelin sheath lining, all those nerves, they're fat. We need fat to line and insulate the nerves in our brain. Thank you. Someone just gave $4.99 and it looks like it's pounds. Somebody from the UK. Catherine Goldie, another regular viewer, contributor, and mensch, which in Yiddish means a person. MD Nixon, does any of you notice that when you have a cold or the flu, that anxiety episodes get worse? Of course. I have a video called Depression and Chronic Pain, Hell on Wheels. Physical sickness always makes depression and anxiety worse. Let me say it again. When you get physically ill, your mood goes down, your thoughts turn negative. That's the way it is. So that's why in this book, Healing from Depression, right? I have 12 weeks of my recovery program. And what does week 3 say? I'll read it right here. We can get to it. It says here, yes. What can I find here? Well, it anyway says, I'm going to find it. Yes, it says right here, the best way to improve your mood is to improve your physiology. It's so much easier to think positively after getting a good night's sleep. Anybody have sleep problems? That'll mess up your mood. Faithful workouts. Looks like someone's done that. Can red pandas help cure depression? Well, if they make you feel better, yes. And many things. Every thought has a neurochemical equivalent. If you feel happy, if something makes you joyful, if something uplifts you, something inspires you, like a good piece of music or a panda, that will help your mood. Absolutely. Whatever it takes. Sunrise GM, I haven't heard from you before. Do I need to hide my anxiety from people? I'm from India. People around me have less knowledge about mental illnesses. Well, I would say share your anxiety with people you're close with and people you have a good relationship with who will be empathetic. And people in India need to know more about mental illness. My God, some of the most depressed people who've ever written me have come from India. So, there's a lot of depression in India. And, it's time to take away the stigma, come out into the open and acknowledge that there's nothing wrong with having a brain disorder called mental illness. Doesn't make you bad, doesn't make you having a weak character, just like, having heart disease doesn't. Okay, Amanda Nelson, Doug, please get in touch with Bookshare. It can get your books in formats for the blind. Well, that would be great. Send me an email about that, will you? Oh, The Mind Explained. Well, that's good. I would like somebody to explain my mind. All right. Well, that's great. I never have any time to do anything, but that might be good. And thank you for telling me about Bookshare. Maybe I'll let my publishers know about it. Let me go over to here. Yeah, what I need is I need a full-time assistant. I mean, really full-time. There is so much I have to get to that I can't. Oh, don't give up, Lazy Ranch. Yes, I don't know what Lazy Ranch is going through. Could someone summarize it for me? Oh, last psychiatrist told me I was psychotic. He didn't believe what I described as my living situation. I asked him to look the address up in Google Maps, but he wouldn't. Well, Lazy Ranch, you have to find a therapist or a counselor who validates you. It looks like you've got a social worker. They're very, very good. They're expertly trained. Can't sleep. I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning. I listen to audiobooks to go back to sleep. Need to find something boring. Mark Twain is too much fun. I wake up laughing. Well, how about reading a book on organic chemistry? And there are medications you can take before bed that are non-addicting, like amitriptyline, Remeron, and trazodone. Talk to your doctor about them. I'm sure as you feel less anxious, your sleep will be better. Every day I have 100 thoughts to give up, but I always have one to keep on going. Well, that's wonderful. Keep on going. Hey, will someone please donate over $5? You can have this book, When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop. That's exactly, that came from Winston Churchill, the hero of the Brits over there. When going through hell, keep going. He said, he's absolutely right. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I'll say it again, Psalm 23. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. You notice he says you're not pitching your tent there, you're not building a house there, you're not renting a condo in the valley of the shadow of death, you're walking through. The key word is through, T-H-R-O-U-G-H. It's something you're moving through. It's a season like winter. Spring follows winter. Lightness follows dark. It's never permanent. It feels permanent. It is never permanent. There's always an end. So all you guys who feel hopeless and stuck, hang in there. It will get better. I still have bad insomnia and been diagnosed with restless leg syndrome. Well, look up. There are probably your treatments for that. I like playing rain. Oh, that's really good. An ocean. The ocean always puts me to sleep. Has anyone ever suffered from overthinking? Yeah, it's called rumination. I have a whole video on it. Stop Thinking and Start Living. Who wrote that book? That's a famous book. Will you please let me know who wrote that book? That'd be really good. I'm actually going to copy that. Thanks. Copy and paste into Google Chrome. Okay. Back in Safari. I go to sleep with ASMR each night and it knocks me out. Yes, what is that called? It's very famous where you have somebody doing weird things on the internet and it supposedly relaxes you. You know what really relaxes you? A sauna. Does anybody have access to a sauna or a hot tub before bed? Man, oh man. Change the physiology, you'll change your mood. If you can do a hot tub or a sauna before bed, it will really relax you. Lisa, it's a huge problem. So many people who suffer from anxiety and depression, they can fall asleep, but they can't stay asleep. It's often the canary on the coal mine. If it starts getting worse, you may have a dip of your mood. So everybody, work hard in your sleep. There's a wonderful book called No More Sleepless Nights. You should pick that up and go look at my video on sleeping, and mood. I have actually 2 of them. Deep breathing. Hey, I live in Ireland, in Finland. That's great. Hey, you know all about saunas, don't you? The Finnish invented the darn things. I have a Finnish sauna. I'm getting another infrared sauna by a company called Finleo in Minnesota. They're really, really good. Yeah, they're called saunas, by the way, in Finnish. Stay away from negative people. Having less expectations from ourselves, abstaining alcohol, spirituality helps. All Sunrise GM, I couldn't have said it better myself. I watch the news every morning and usually end up crying. Yes, you actually have to minimize your contact. I mean, I got off to a bad start when I read all about our withdrawal from Syria and all those people getting slaughtered and the ISIS people getting freed. What a dumb move that was. I'm sorry. Anyway, Donna Crozier, nice to see you. I'm oversleeping but fitfully 2 hours max on off all day and night. Wow. Well, again, work on the sleep stuff, meditation and sleep hygiene. Go to bed the same time, wake up the same time, make your room dark, make sure there's no light coming in, etc. Taco Platter says, thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate Bookshare. I kept waking up a lot during my depression, was prescribed nortriptyline. It helped me sleep. I was on 20 milligrams and it stops you from waking to pee, a huge bonus. Yeah. Well, it's like amitriptyline. All of those tricyclics are sedating. So absolutely, that's a good medication. I watch your news. I can't take it. You know, there's something called the Good News Network on the internet. You should check it out. Sometimes having less information is better, yes. You know what? You're absolutely right, Jason. Our brains are hardwired to be negative. It comes from the past when we needed to survive. We needed to be alert for fearful things. We need to be able to, respond things that were harmful. So you're right. It's easier to be negative than positive. But now, most of us, are not in the survival state. So we have to reprogram our brains to, catch up with the current moment. Okay, Lori Conover, haven't heard from you before. Book by Mark Bowen, didn't start with you. Inherited family trauma. I found the roots to some of my anxiety and depression, World War II parents and grandparents. Very good, Lori. Yes, it's passed down from generation to generation. Thank you very much. That's a great thing to tell people. It didn't start with you. Douglas, you have been helping me with your videos and you inspire hope. Thank you. Well, thank you, White Wolf. That's a beautiful name. Do you like wolves? Michael B., if I can't sleep, I go into my fantasy world and try to progress in the story I'm in. Usually I fall asleep when making any progress. Well, guess what? I go count 100 to 1 backwards, 99, 98, 97, 96, and I watch sheep jumping over a stream on the Oregon coast. That helps. It's called hypnosis. You're 5 times more likely to remember something negative than positive. It's been tested. Well, I completely agree with you. That's why we have to stay away from negative sources and negative people, negative situations, and really work hard, to see the glass as half empty and not half full. PRT gameplay, no, you're never cured of depression. I'm not cured. I take 2 medications, Wellbutrin and Lamictal. It's an ongoing managing depression, doing all the good things in that chart, noticing when your mood starts to dip, being in therapy. It's a constant work, I'm afraid. But the good news is, depression won't kill you if you just take care of yourself. And yes, they are beautiful creatures. Wolves are. Yes. There was a very famous movie in America called Dances with Wolves, but with Kenneth Costner. Yes, of course, dogs descend from wolves, and dogs are man's best friends. So we are actually, many of you are living with wolves. Oh, you have a CPAP machine. Great. Going to bed late and waking up late is a definite problem for me. Been out of work for 4 months now. I'm looking for some things to help with structure. Absolutely, Forever Freak. You need to have somewhere to go in the morning, otherwise you'll stay in bed. You need to create structures that you can follow. In my work, I don't have a choice to stay away from negative people, as I'm their pastor. Wow. Well, pray for them and pray for yourself before you see them. And you still can limit your time. Pastors have a lot of burnout. So if you're a pastor, you need to spend some time outside of church doing self-care for yourself. Otherwise, the helper needs to take care of themselves if they want to help others. White Wolf, Douglas, I've been dealing with depression for 10 years and never took a pill. I've managed fine. Don't like taking pills to change your brain. Well, if you don't need the pills, don't use them, but some people do. So, do you still take amitriptyline for sleep? Yes, I do, MD Nixon. So anyway, I'm really glad, White Wolf, you've been able to manage without medication. That's the preferred way. But for some people, it's necessary. All right. Yes, the guy says, Forever Freak, it's tough to hear about the job. Again, you guys are supporting each other. This is about me. This is about you. Sunrise GM, no, I don't think that anxiety increases interest in the opposite sex, personally, but you might be different. Ever tried melanoma for sleep? I did. It didn't quite work, but I don't think I gave it a fair try. Sending good wishes from Canada. I didn't know you were Canadian, Taco Platter. Well, Canadians are so nice. What's the best way to get a Canadian to apologize? Step on his foot. All right. Lazy Irish, do you feel vulnerable? I'm sure she does with people coming on her property. Am I the only depressed person who has 0 issues with sleep? ABXYZ, you're one of the few, not the only. I know depressed people who sleep well, but they're the minority. So give thanks, blessings. Give thanks for your sleep. Wow, that's something to be grateful for. Oversleeping can be a sign of depression. Yes, it can. I take, Lexapro, yes, for depression, melatonin, Unisom, which is a sleep aid. And I sleep pretty well. I'm glad you found something. It's 50 minutes after the hour. We have 10 minutes left. Anybody else want to make a contribution in the last 10 minutes? Again, exchange email addresses, exchange phone calls, phone numbers with yourself. Continue to support each other in between these live chats, in between these weekly sessions. You are the best support for each other. I'm just a catalyst. Yes, White Wolf, heartbreaks. The number one cause of depression, I did a video, is a broken heart. So you have to be careful. But being in love takes a risk, means taking risks, So it's a difficult tightrope to walk. But if you want to open yourself up to close relationships, you have to let yourself fall in love. And if you're hurt, well, then you got to deal with it. But it's everybody's different. But I would say that in pursuing love interests, go very slowly and very cautiously. Don't jump the gun. That always is, indicator that you might be in trouble. So, and have a therapist and process it with your therapist. Thanks for the reminder, Doug. Never knew that. What did you never know maybe X, Y, Z? I just, there's so many people here. Oh yeah, no, there are some people who are depressed and sleep okay, but they are maybe 15%. Rosie Mango, why not tell the cat to do housework while he's at it? If he's having fun flushing the loo, give him a broom and tell him to get with it. Yes, that's a very good. I love how you say the loo. That definitely means you come from the UK. I'm alone off the grid on 20 acres of wilderness. The wild animals are fine. I've seen wolves, calves, coyote, bobcat, and mountain lions, but it's humans that scare me. Well, they should, but again, one day you might move to a more civilized community. Okay, there's a special task force involved in the investigation now. What investigation are you referring to? Hey, Colton Musgroves, what's up? What's my favorite color? Yellow. It's the color of the intellect. I loved it when I was growing up. My room was painted yellow. Yes, I am on medications, Wellbutrin and Lamictal. Well, I haven't been in a single relationship. What's going on? What, Wolf, hold on. God, these things go so quickly. Since the age of 19, I'm 28. I've tried it, but it was never working, so now I've given up. Well, you never know. Love can be a great healer, a great source of healing. We need it. There's a really famous book by Dean Ornish called Love and Survival. You can survive, young children can go long periods of time without food and water, but without love, they will wither and die. I actually had that, talked about that in my video Social, which you definitely should see. It's called Why Our Brains and Why Our Bodies Are Wired to Connect. Connection, intimacy, human connection, a fundamental human need, physiological as well as psychological. So, but if you're not in a love relationship, you can still have good friends. Okay, Amanda and Chris, it looks like you're sharing emails. And Taco is giving his email address out. Well, that's great. Okay, Taco, Amanda, Chris, email with each other and support each other. Humans are social animals. Ain't it the truth, said the Cowardly Lion. I got to jump up and down my chair. Wired to connect. Interesting. Yes, go look at my, go listen to my video. It's proven. It's physiologically proven. We are hardwired to connect. Low doses of LSD may be the next antidepressant. No, I think you mean low doses of psilocybin. They're not studying LSD. That's too wild a drug. Psilocybin is much more gentle. Anyway, that's what they're studying at the FDA here in America. Hey, Joseph, uit Nederland dus, which means I'm from the Netherlands, I suppose. Okay, Angels on 88 at gmail.com. You born 1988? That's cool. And yes, people are exchanging email addresses. That's wonderful. Hey, Colton Musgrove, nice to see you. Sorry I'm jumping up down. This chair is uncomfortable after 54 minutes. It's been a while since I've been able to join your stream. Nice to hang out. I love your, hey, do you mind telling me your first name? You don't have to if you want to be private, but I always love to hear the names underneath the video avatars, but White Wolf is a beautiful avatar. The Beige Sleep, there's another great avatar. Nice to see you. All right, you're Dutch too. Michael B is Dutch. Michael Stageman is Dutch. We got a lot of Dutch people on here. Anybody ever go to the Van Gogh Museum, as Diane Keaton would say? Hmm. Well, there you have it. Amanda just sent me an email. Thank you all guys for being so helpful. In the meantime, in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds, any donations, anybody? I'm the only sauerkraut one here, I guess, Andy Nixon. You probably are. Oh, you're Norwegian. That's why you call yourself White Wolf. Well, have you been in a sauna? They're wonderful. I already have one downstairs. I'm getting a second. Maybe the best way to feel more comfortable in this chair is to lean back. Here you are. This is good. Tyro, you're from the UK, the beige sheep. I'm afraid I can't fix my depression. Well, you can temporarily fix it. You know, have you tried treating it? Are you seeing a professional? Are you taking medications? Maybe in a few weeks I'll donate to you, Doug. No problem. Your $100 will be much appreciated. That was a joke. You're from the UK too, Tyro? Yeah, a lot of people here watch at 8 p.m. in the UK. Absolutely. Amanda Nelson just emailed Chris Geiser. Excellent. It's my name at gmail.com, and you mean Rosie Bangle? What is your name? The beige sheep. I'm on medicine and seeing a therapist, but still feeling hopeless. Well, you know, have you tried TMS and ECT? TMS is transcranial magnetic stimulation, and ECT is electroconvulsive therapy, which is a little bit more radical. These are used for treatment-resistant depression, what it sounds like you've got. You definitely should talk to your doctor about it. Yeah, you should think about those two things. And your Bizjack, you must be from Slovenia or something. I don't know how for others, but last week I'm experiencing lots of anxiety attacks due to burnout syndrome. Day job aside, I have too much work to do in a graveyard shift. Well, you need to kind of see if you can reduce the demands on you at work. That's the thing to do, it seems to me. I don't have health insurance. How do you go about making that affordable? Well, that's tough. In Portland, Oregon, we have something called the Oregon Health Plan. It's free for people who have low income. I don't know where you live, but you may want to check into the same thing. Are there any effective antidepressants that increase energy? Well, if you apply for Medicaid, thank you, Exotic Enigma, excellent. Lazy Eye Ranch, fatigue is a symptom of depression. Once the depression lifts, the fatigue usually decreases. So maybe when your depression, goes into remission or gets less, you'll feel more energy. Oh, in Florida, Florida's a civilized state. Apply for Medicaid in Florida if you don't have much money, absolutely. Or check out, free low-cost mental health resources at mental health agencies. There's also ketamine. You're right. Ketamine, TMS, and ECT. There are many things to do to make depression better. You're absolutely right. Yes. Well, thank you. I remember Slovenia, one of my favorite places to visit. Yes. Try changing your diet for better energy. Well, what type of change would you make? Amanda doesn't have insurance either. Many people. Michael B says, I only take olazapine when I'm really anxious. Is that Valium? Well, Butrin helps energy. It certainly helps mine. Yes, it does. I'm afraid to get married. I think my kids will be depressed and anxious like me. No. It skips generations. No, I have a friend who basically has bipolar disorder, and his kids are great. I know many people who with mental health disorders who have kids who are healthy. Don't let that stop you. All right. We have 30 seconds left. Yeah, like Xanax. Oh, yeah, right. It wasn't Valium. It was Xanax. Thank you. Wow, you had ketamine for 8 sessions. It worked well? Wow. Okay, well, it's out there. It's approved in the United States. It is expensive, but insurance doesn't pay for it. How do you pay for it? Plenty of green vegetables, Jason. Very good for your heart. Absolutely. I had great success taking saffron. That is a natural antidepressant advised by Mr. Block. Unfortunately, this stopped working after 2 months. Worth a try, though. Sometimes the antidepressants poop out. That's why you got to do many things besides that, like exercise. The rest of my email is then gmail.com. Yes, but what's your first name, Rosie Bangle? Is it rosiebangle@gmail.com or a different name, or is it rosie@gmail.com? I'm taking off. Chat is done. I'm going to throw out my email again. Would love to keep in touch with members. Yes. We'll talk up louder. You're a really good guy or gal, whatever your whatever your real name is. But yes, it's lovely to have you here. All right. Well, Lazy Ranch, Wellbutrin is worth a try. It has helped me like no others. It works on the dopamine receptors. I don't have an allergic reaction to it, like the SSRI, so talk with your doctor. Well, everybody, have a nice week. Mind Warriors, that's, Steve Young's not here, so you basically have, said what he would say. Please check out my video, How to Overcome Panic Disorder, and also I'll put the links here, also How to Overcome Social Anxiety, and also How to Overcome Loneliness. Those are 3 big issues people have. I'll put the links. I admire you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I admire you too for hanging in there. And Roshni from Bangladesh, please call Silent Unity. Please reach out. You can get better. You will get better. This is not the end. And anybody wants to, I don't know if we have your email address, but people should definitely send Roshni an email, or maybe he'll provide his here. Otherwise, just keep in our prayers and bless him from Bangladesh. I'm sending light to him right now. And may he have a better week this week and see us again. All right, folks, talk to you later.